Hello, everyone, and welcome to Learning Beyond Borders. It is a podcast where we are going to explore education, training, and career development, and how innovation is actually transforming the way we learn and work globally. I am your host, Professor Abdul Rahman Binzia, and I am thrilled to have you with us today for an insight conversation on education, training and development, innovation in education, and global career opportunities in United Arab Emirates. Our distinguished guest today is someone who brings vast experience to this discussion. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Simal, who has extensive knowledge in education and training, and obviously she is going to be sharing up real life experiences working in UAE. Thanks for joining us, Ms. Simal.
You're most welcome. Thank you for having me today.
Yes. To start off, Ms. Simal, if you tell us about your accomplishment, about your experiences, about your education, like how it all started up, like where actually you're coming from, it is going to be sort of insightful journey towards your past.
Yeah. So, starting from my career, I did my bachelor's from my home country, Pakistan, and then I moved to UAE. At that point of time, I was like appointed as a teacher, and within 1 year, I was promoted to head of department in my past school. So after doing that in being education field, I thought that I should continue my master's. So from my master's thinking I was doing to do it from my home country or somewhere else. So I decided to do my master's from here, from UAE. So I decided and I was looking for it, the best opportunity where can I get a degree and it can help me globally as well. Plus it can help me over here. So I decided to consider AURAC, that is American University of Ras Al Khaimah. So currently I'm pursuing my
Mhm,
master's in education and leadership and management. And inshallah, I'm looking for a
mhm,
PhD next year from British University in Dubai. Same field of
mhm,
education. And
mhm,
currently, I'm working as a homeroom teacher in a school where I'm looking forward for new technology. And I was awarded as a best teacher of the month for being using the technology in my class. So
mhm,
that's all about my education and accomplishments. There are many. For being a head of department, I worked for 8 years where I trained teachers. I handled MOE, plus I handled around 800 students with the supervision of 40 teachers, where it helped me a lot to gain the insight from diverse background. And we held so many trainings. Then COVID came. We handled the COVID according to that in our school and everything. So it went well, alhamdulillah. So with my master's in American University, I want to gain some knowledge about American standards and curriculum. So currently, I'm working in American school. So
mhm.
that's all
Yeah,
about me.
that's great. Yeah, that's really great. So, can you please tell me, Simal, like what made you choose UAE as your primary destination in terms of, pursuing your higher education? Like you could have completed it like, in your native country, but you, pursued it, in United Arab Emirates.
Yeah, so basically, UAE is an international market where I believe that many people are working here. Multicultural environment is there, and it's an international platform where we have so many people, so many expats. So I believe that when we work together with them, we should also gain or get our information or knowledge from that place where they are giving us the information of diversity. So that's why I chosen UAE as
Mhm.
my education platform where I can learn more about it. And I believe that it's gonna give me some career growth also because I'm studying from UAE, so it's gonna help me a lot.
Mhm. Yeah. So let's dive in right in. Like as you have mentioned it already as well, like the UAE is a hub for global education and career opportunities. Like in the
Yeah.
past, we have seen like UAE was the prime destination for career opportunities. But
Yeah.
over the last 5 to 10 years, we have seen that it really has transformed. It it has aspired many students globally as well to get their higher education from there as well. So,
Yes.
like there are going to be so many things to cover up in the next hour. So let's get started with our first question. And for the viewers who are watching us, so obviously the question is going to be right there on the screen as well, so they can actually catch up like what we are actually talking about. So the first question is that the educational landscape in the UAE, in terms of education or in terms of academics, here we are not going to be talking about career opportunities, because it is going to be the thing which we will discuss later in the video. So to set the context, can you give us an overview of the educational landscape in the UAE, and
Yeah.
how has it evolved over the past decade?
Okay, so over the past decade, UAE education system has a massive growth in terms of their in transformation. I must say that they moved their traditional teaching to the new era 21st century skills, and it is all evolving around critical thinking, problem solving, and using the artificial intelligence in the classrooms. So talking about the landscape, we are having experts over here. So they are covering public schools and private schools. And public schools only that are involved, that who are having the UAE passport. But for the private schools, they are holding, they are like, experts are always there, but there are locals also. So they are handling like curriculums, different curriculums, American, as I mentioned earlier, plus we have British, and then we have IB curriculum. So all these
Mhm.
nationalities are evolving along these curriculums, and they think wherever will be the best suitable option for them, they are selecting as per their needs and requirements.
Yeah,
So as I
exactly.
mentioned,
Oh, and sorry to interrupt you. Like
no, no,
we have actually witnessed, a remarkable transformation in terms of education. Yeah, like I was mentioning earlier, like 10 years ago, the focus was actually on building infrastructures or providing facilities to the people who are going to be coming over there and all that. But now we have seen like there is somewhat shift in the approach. Now,
yes.
providing quality education to a growing population in there, that is also the part of discussion or the part of those projects. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I'm studying from my master's degree, and on our
And
orientation, they,
like that's a like fascinating shift.
yeah, because there is a school
Mhm.
vision plus there is a UAE
So
vision.
it seems like, like UAE is really positioning himself or itself as a leader in the education innovation.
Yes,
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So, that the remarkable transformation has been seen over the past
yes,
decades, you know.
yeah.
So, how many years it has been for you in living in UAE, on and off?
So it is over the past decade, as I mentioned, that UAE vision has changed a lot. As you mentioned previously, it was like building infrastructure. Now they made a significant influence in that. Now the trend is of education. When I was on my orientation in my master's program, there was one motto from Sheikh. He said, my first priority is education, my second priority is education, my third priority is education. It is just as simple as he mentioned. They are focusing on education now. Even the UA vision of 2031 plus 2021, when it was COVID, it was literally written back. It will be like everything will be evolving around education, nothing else. They will be having critical thinking, they will be having something problem solving. That's why, there are many things that are included in past decade, like STEM education. That means that they are integrating science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. There are many schools who are offering many things like different subjects like robotics that can really let the child think about it, what's gonna have happen. So there are many things actually evolving in UAE, but it's all around the education. They want to integrate everything, and they want to have the best version of a child where that doesn't exist, but they want to create a person who, like, he must say that this is my better version of myself. So that's why everything is evolving around education, and every school is competing how they can have good citizen in terms of a good person as well as a problem solver and a good critical thinker. So that's why I must say that UAE has transformed
Yeah.
its educational a lot.
Yeah, actually, they wanted to be everybody the participant in terms of economic development, in terms of
Yes.
society, and all that. And
Yeah.
and this is something obviously to be looked on to the other countries as well. The other third world countries of the world, like if they want to be looking into it, obviously you have to be investing on the manpower. If you're
Yeah.
investing on the manpower, so that means to say that like you are empowering the manpower to exceed or to excel in their lives. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that yes, so that makes us move to the next question, which is going to be the role of innovation in education. Like not only we have seen like as far as the population is growing up, so obviously the need for education it is right there as well. But like in the first world countries, we have seen like education really has transformed leaps and bounds. Over
Yeah.
the past decades. Like 20 years or 30 years, we have seen information technology. But like when we look at the third world countries, like they are very lacking behind in terms of like what we say information technology or in terms of innovation in education. So, what should be the role of innovation in education? Can you please just give us an insight about it? Like,
Yeah.
is it really important? Is it really important at this present era? Like, like what I have personally seen, like innovation or the information technology in education, it is not seen as serious as it should be. Like if we compare it with the western countries where technology or the innovation, they play a very vital part in terms of transforming education.
Yeah, I believe I'll start with the very important question. Does it really matters? Yes, it really does.
Hmm.
Innovation really have a big impact on students. Like I was actually comparing my home country with the UAE integration of innovation. Like we were taught at that time when we were having maybe a board and a marker. And now
Hmm.
comparing myself with these kids where they have a smart classroom, having all these technology, they will have a big impact on their whole life that I might not have that much. So it really affects, innovation really affects. Now, talking about the innovation in education, schools often lead a big, massive amount on innovation because this fast growing world will stop if we are not investing. Now, in the UAE, I have seen the schools who have used smart classrooms using different tools that can influence the kids. Then and there, they can use it and they can interact virtually. So it's not the case that the teacher is there as a facilitator and the others are there. So we use it innovation for peer teaching that can help students to understand better. Same way, I seen the school using different platforms like Alif Education, and we are using class dojos. So this really helps the students to interact. Plus, it make them think outside the box. Secondly, I
Hmm.
have seen the school using VR, that is virtual reality, and AR, augmented reality, that really helps the kids to think outside the box also. Like I have seen the schools using it for science lessons, like exploring the human body and parts of plants, that everything needs to be done like hands-on. So this
Hmm.
virtual reality with they're going to use the handsets or hand controllers, it really gives a big impact. Because sometimes, while teaching, I think that, well, I am teaching, some students are in some other world. So to grasp their attention, innovation really helps. Where they are doing hands-on, their attention is towards the studies and they know what they are doing. So they are coming,
And
as I
obviously,
mentioned.
yeah, yeah, and obviously these things were not there, in terms of like when we were growing up in there, yeah.
Yeah,
Only we
yeah.
used to have chalks and we used to have blackboards. I
Yes.
remember, in terms of me, like there used to be a blackboard, and that blackboard meant like, it was actually painted in black, and obviously the teacher used to write with the chalk on it, yeah. But
Yes.
in terms of like the generation for today, like what we say Gen Z, so like now they can easily take virtual tours of ancient civilizations,
Yes.
and that is obviously going to be making their learning far more immersive. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So
Yes.
and obviously like most of the schools actually in UAE, I've experienced like they have adopted smart classrooms. Like
Yes.
the blackboard or the whiteboard thing is gone in the past now.
It's gone.
So
Yes.
now yeah, so now the teachers or the students, they are having tablets, they having all the digital resources instead of
Yes.
traditional books. So that's how it really has evolved. Yeah. And
Yes, it
that's really
has.
impressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like it's clear that technology is really reshaping education, making it more interactive and tailored to individual students. Yeah. But in the
Yes, it
past,
is.
I have seen like it was not student centered. It
No,
was
it was
it was
not.
more like teacher centered. Like
Yeah.
whatever the teacher was saying. So obviously, it has become an hard and fast rule to be
Yeah.
listening to
Follow the
whatever he
teacher.
is.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. But now with the help of technology, we have seen like like uh, there is going to be like something a student or a candidate, he's going to be searching himself on
Yes.
online if he has got some issues or some problems. What do you say about it?
Just to add over here, as you mentioned that we are using technology where they can find out resources. So a flipped classroom method I learned from UAE, where the students become the facilitator and teacher is there to only guide. Yani they really search for the things, whatever is the lesson, and then they explore, they bring the resources for peer teaching, and that gonna help the kids to resource it, and plus it gives them the confidence to talk. So flipped classroom is a classroom where they are being the teacher, mini teacher, and
Hmm.
teacher will be there to guide them only. So that can
Hmm.
only help if there is technology and innovation, they know how to use it, how to bring the new things in the classrooms. So it all
Hmm.
can happen with the help of innovation, nothing else.
So, like, there can be a question in there. Like many students, they ask me as well, like, what is the future of AI in terms of education? Like, if the AI is going to be so popular, so then what is the use of me and you?
So AI is being generated by a human being. It is not being made by a computer itself. So AI is really, really growing fast. So if we think we need to beat AI, we need to be smart and we need to know how to use innovation, how to use technology. Otherwise, definitely there is a one press, and there are many things that we can do it now. But I believe we need to make a human being like that. They
Hmm.
can beat AI and they know how to use it wisely. It's not, Yani, we are just killing their
Hmm.
thoughts. It's like telling them how to use it
Hmm.
properly and wisely.
Yeah, exactly. Is going to be like training and development trends. Yes. For the
Yes.
viewers, like they can see whatever we are
Yes.
discussing, so they can actually catch up at what we are actually talking about. So now, when we talk about training and development trends, like that means to say that like not only the teachers or the educators, they need to be well versed with the innovation, but also they have to be knowing, like what are the latest trends in terms of how to be teaching or how to be guiding, because the time has changed now. Like
Yeah.
I remember, like I still appreciate or I still honor the teachers they used to teach us, but at that time we got used to be beaten actually. Yeah, in terms of if we have made some mistakes, so obviously the beating was such a thing which was very normal for us, not only for us but for our parents as well. But now like there is a complete shift in terms of like teaching any kid with the punishment or something like that.
Yeah.
So these are some of the things which also needs to be told, or which needs to be guided, or which needs to be learned. Yeah. So in a fast-paced world in which we are actually living in, like continual learning is the key. So that means to say that, like, if somebody has pursued, or somebody has opted education or to become a teacher as a career, so they think like once they are done and dusted with their education, and once they stepped into professional world, now uh, the process of learning, it is stopped. They do not keep on innovating, they do not keep on improving with the latest trends in terms of communication, in terms of conflict management, stress management, and all of these things up. Yeah. So
Yeah.
how is UAE addressing the need for professional development?
Yeah. So it's like that every school is investing on teachers' personal and professional developments, where they are saying that every teacher needs to get the professional development courses. So they really make a full CPDs programs where they are talking about like this year we will be targeting this. Same goes with universities. They have this proper package for the teachers if it's internationally or within the UAE, so they are investing a lot because they believe that globally trends needs to be the first priority. Like as you mentioned, they already did their masters or whatever it is, but they are not doing any current PD program, so they're gonna not know what's happening right now. Like recently, after COVID, AI comes. AI was not there before COVID. So they
Hmm.
don't know, if a teacher don't know how to use AI, definitely he or she cannot do good in the school. She needs to know, or he needs to know how to handle innovation and integrate in the lessons. So every school has different perspective, but I believe every school has particular CPD programs that they are following. Like I'll give examples of
Hmm.
5 E's in the classroom, like how they are using 5 E's, starting from engage, explore, explain, elaborate, and evaluate lessons. They are teaching about classroom management techniques because many
Hmm.
teachers are having such issues. Plus, there is emotional intelligence, that is social emotional learning. We call it SEL, like how to handle that and how to train the students on it. So there are many things that is evolving right now. So we need to keep ourselves updated. Plus, the school and universities are also following a part and they are playing their role in training the teachers. But personally, I
Yeah.
will suggest that teachers should go by their own, look at the trends, what's going on, and see
What's
whatever they can
changing in
do.
there?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So schools are also playing part too.
Yeah, and obviously, we can say that, like, there are many in-house training programs in there as well. So
Yeah.
obviously, the schools or the organizations or the institutions, they conduct such trainings to the
Yes.
candidates, or to the people who are lacking behind in some things. So
Yeah.
obviously, human beings, they are born with strengths and weaknesses. So, for
Yes.
example, if you are lacking in innovation, or for example, if you are not having any experience in terms of information technology and how to use it in the
Yes.
classroom, so obviously the schools, they are starting up such programs where
Yeah.
such people, they are going to be learning a lot and excel in their career paths. Yeah.
Yes.
So UAE is actually fostering a culture of continuous growth by making up such programs for their manpower to be excelling in their lives. And obviously, it is very important to stay competitive in the global job market, as you
It
have
is.
mentioned it
Yes.
in the beginning. Yeah. In the UAE, the biggest thing is that obviously you are actually competing up with the other nationalities of the world. So if you are
Yes.
competing with the other nationalities of the world, so you have to be right on your toes to be
Yes.
making a mark for yourself in that market, isn't it?
Yeah, that's all right. I just want to add one more thing that I just came to know that Rapton School Dubai, they have a partnership with University of Birmingham Dubai for having the latest trends, and also that really gives me I like wow. They are investing money on the teachers to make so this teaching start from the teachers. If teachers are comprehend enough and they can have a comprehensive teaching, so the student will be transformed amazing. So there are
Hmm.
schools who are having partnership with such universities. And even I know the schools who signed MOUs, the Memorandum of Understanding with the universities, where they give discount to the staff and students. So the emerging one is for the teachers, that they are getting discount from such universities to know or to get certain diplomas or latest trends things, workshops on trainings. So that really helps, and it's really nice to be over here to get all of these things, because in my past country I was not like such things, we were not encouraging, but here it's nice to have it over here.
And obviously, being senior faculty members or on this market, I can really suggest to all the aspiring teachers or the individuals or the professionals who want to pursue their careers abroad. So they not only need to be right on their toes in terms of information technology, but also in terms of many other soft skills trainings as well, right?
Yes.
So now let's talk about soft skills, like how they actually make you competitive in the UAE market. Like
Yeah.
if you have the necessary skills in terms of information technology, but if you're lacking these soft skills as well, so you are really going to struggle. What is
Yeah.
your say?
That's so right. That soft skills are really important, and this technology proficiency is important. So, but another thing, soft skills are very important. I came to cross such teachers when I was working as a head of department, where the teachers are really amazing. They have new ideas, but when I talk about soft skills, they were struggling. So I
Mhm.
believe that these skills really needs time, and sometimes a teacher think they become rigid. They become like thinking they are good enough, but they are not looking at the perspective of the parent or the SLT team. What are the things going on? But I believe such skills are really important for a teacher
So
to be
can
a
you
best teacher.
Yeah, so for our viewers, can you please suggest three of the most important soft skills in terms of becoming an educator and making a name for themselves in the Gulf market?
So I believe there are many, but being like how to talk, because as I mentioned, that diversity is here. So we might not know how to handle such nationalities. So I believe if they can have such a qualification or certification from like TOEFL or IELTS, that's gonna help them to be a good speaker plus a good listener also. So I believe that's are very important to have it in their hands. And right now, MO is also Ministry of Education is asking for that certification from the teachers. So it's not only the degree; there are many things that needs to be in hand, like the teaching licensing. So for the soft skills, I believe that they for most important is the having the qualification in English or certification in English, where they know how to handle such kids, and then bilingual education is there. So there are many things. I believe the most will be having as a IELTS or TOEFL qualification. That is for most important for me.
Mm-hmm. All right. So that makes us move to the next question. Like, what are the most in demand skills? So, like, this is a question which is actually, you can say, connects up with the previous question. So, what are the most in demand skills in terms of UAE market we are actually talking about in here? Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, curriculum innovation is important a lot. Then moving to technology proficiency and ability to teach diverse environment. So my everything will evolve around it. Let's talk about curriculum innovation. Like in curriculum innovation, we have a certain curriculum from a school or from our organization, whatever we are facing. But
Hmm.
if we are following that curriculum, only the resource book is there, and we are not having innovation where there is no hands on, your kids will not have such impact or they will not understand what is evolving around it. I'm teaching parts of plant. If I don't show them what is plant, they will never understand what is plant. Like in my
Hmm.
previous time, when I was like a student, we were being asked to teach like that, and we were like, there was no hands on. But now the curriculum has redesigned in that way where we are integrating innovation. We are bringing hands-on experiences of the students to understand better, and it can
Hmm.
give them impact through their whole life. Next is
And
technology
obviously,
proficiency. Yes.
yeah, so obviously digital skills are really absolutely critical, like
Yeah, it is.
the AI, data analysis, cybersecurity, and software development. They are like most in demand skills, and we have seen like the schools, they are also providing, not only they are providing such facilities to students where they have the exposure, where they do have the exposure towards AI, data analysis, cybersecurity, and software development, but now they are actually teaching the kids all of these things as well. Now the
Yeah.
kids are learning coding, and I got really surprised, like many of my colleagues, and when I discussed it with them, and they tell us like not only their kids, they are studying all the compulsory subjects in there, but also they are learning these most in demand skills of the market as well, because once
Yes.
they are going to jump in the market, so obviously they need to be knowing these things.
Yes. Yes, that's absolutely right. That's the same approach every school is following so their child can compete in the global market. So that's
Hmm.
really important that we develop that particular skills in the child so they become or compete globally. So I was
Hmm.
talking about technology proficiency was very important. That is high demand skill from a teacher
Hmm.
that he or she should know about it because it's all integrated. Everything is from innovation to technology and then hands-on experiences. Whatever we are teaching, we should give them hands-on. Like in
Hmm.
maths, we should be using counters, manipulatives, charts, or whatever it is. It's not only we tell them 2 plus 2 is 4. We need to really show them how is it 2 plus 2 is 4. Same ways
Yeah.
as English,
Hmm.
talking about realistic fiction to non-realistic fiction. We need to show
Hmm.
them actually from the stories how is it, how is the informational text, how is the
Hmm.
realistic fiction. So it's not only teaching, we give them hands-on, they really do and they understand how is it because it's gonna have it in their mind for long. But if it will be just traditional teaching, giving them coming to the classroom and teaching them, that will not stay in their life. So there
Yeah,
are many things.
yeah,
Yeah,
so obviously it is also going to invoke creativity in them as well, to be
yeah,
thinking
yes,
of the things by themselves,
yes,
and how to solve the problem and all that. But like,
yeah,
when we were younger, obviously these things were not there. Like,
yeah.
like our education system, that was not based on critical thinking. Yeah.
It was not. It was
So
not. It was
what
just.
yeah. So
It
what I
was
have
rote learning.
perceived, yeah, what I have perceived in terms of like, once we have gone through question number 3 and question number 4, so we can say like, to excel in the careers, we have to be having combination of technical and soft skills,
Yeah,
that really sets someone apart.
yeah,
So yeah, so that makes us move to the next question, which is going to be like, it's going to be interesting for the viewers as well. Real life success stories, like
yeah.
it can be like from your perspective or from your life, or like the people you are associated up with. You can actually share it up with our viewers.
You know, this word really has a big impact on many people because this is talking about success stories. So, what I believe that schools have or universities have alumni, where whoever is graduated or whoever has completed the school, they've been part of alumni program, and when they have an alumni course, they call it over them and they tell us, okay, I'm being appointed over here. So it's really nice to see their careers like okay they were graduated from this school or this university and then they are been having such big thing, so it really affects. I believe that I've been knowing one student from GEMS Dubai American Academy. He was like participating in a STEM program that was like I told mentioned earlier, that was like a science, technology, engineering, mathematics program, and he won it and he got a scholarship in MIT. So that was really nice to hear. So these are the things where they have the impact, and there the schools or colleges are giving this opportunity to have such things that they can participate and get a scholarship. So I know
Hmm.
these real life stories are a lot in my master's program. I know many of them, mashallah, mashallah. They are doing
Hmm.
their PhD now. So it's
Yeah.
nice to know and see the things people are evolving in UAE, and it's all about UAE is giving a career to them. Plus, it's their success what they lead to. So
Yeah,
it's
and
really,
obviously it's about providing opportunities. So obviously
yeah,
UAE is there providing opportunities to the people or the people who rightly deserve it. So, and
yes,
to continue up with you, like as you were saying, like these are the peoples who have done or who have succeeded a lot in their lives. So they are kind of like mentors for us.
it
They're
is,
kind of
yes,
examples for us. We have to be looking out at them, like what made them successful in their careers. Yeah,
yes, yes, that's
like
right.
there can be one example. There was one of my colleagues, like from Pakistan, who came to UAE as a software engineer. So not only when she stepped into this country, she did have necessary education to be applying for the jobs, but she has realized like she has to be having many other certifications which you have mentioned earlier. Like she has done leadership development program,
MashaAllah.
and within 3 years, she was actually leading an entire IT team and at a multinational company. So sometimes these necessary skills they polish you.
Yes, it really
So
does.
yeah, see, and technical skills and the management training, what she received, made her an asset to that organization. And obviously, like once you're an asset to an organization, so organization they spend, they actually initially invest on you.
Yeah,
In the
because you
later
know that
stages of
they're gonna help that company a lot with the latest trends, what she has learned. That's
hmm.
nice to hear. That's nice.
So who was when you were growing up? So like let's say you were in grade 10 or you were in grade 12. So who was your mentor at that time? Like what you wanted to become when you were a child? Like you wanted to
Yeah.
become a teacher or you wanted to become something else?
So basically, for me, honestly, when I have done my bachelor's, I got married, and I'm not teacher by choice. I'm teacher by luck. Where I was
Excellent.
not, yeah, I was not sure what to do, but my husband said, let's try being a teacher. He just said, let's try it, and I just had a chance. And later on, my principal and my vice principal in my previous school, they pushed me a lot to get higher education because there was one word that clicked in my mind till now. My vice principal used to say me that, Miss Seamal, I think you're born as a leader. You need to be a leader for long. Just continue your masters and see wherever you will go and find yourself. So, that really has an impact on me. So, there are many people, starting from my husband to my principal and my vice principal. They pushed me a lot. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, I'm happy what I'm doing right now. And inshallah, as I
Mhm.
mentioned, I'll be doing my PhD. So, looking for the real life success, I missed one man. Mashallah, he has done his PhD in education from here in UAE. And now he's director of MOE subjects in one of the famous school in UAE. So it's nice to hear and nice to see how people are growing and how they are equipped with the current needs and with the knowledge that is required. So definitely they
Mhm.
will be having a big impact on the team plus on the students because they have
Uh-huh.
equipped us themselves with certain education level plus they know what is going on. So it's really nice to hear and see the people growing over here.
So what you had in your mind, like what I wanted to become, like, like let's go back to your memory lanes. Like you're 10 years old, you are in grade 10. So now, what is the thing in your mind? What you want to become?
So previously, I want to become an engineer, but now I want to become a school leader that can influence others. And I really want
Mhm.
the people to become a leader. It's like pushing them with me. It's not only leading them, it's
Mhm.
bringing the leadership from them outside. Because when I see people, I believe everybody has different skills. We just need to take it out in a correct way. So I believe I
Mhm.
will be like, I'm thinking after my master's and PhD, I'm gonna start or stay in the school or being joining the university because ultimately there will be two things. Leadership position in a school or lecturer in a university. So meanwhile, I'm thinking to lead a position in a school where I can have an impact on the team plus the students.
Yeah, so obviously that's an inspiring story, like, and it goes to show like how opportunities here in UAE they can actually transform a career. Obviously, just getting a job is not enough in here. The main thing is that like you thrive for the betterment. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
One
we
job
influence
obviously is
others.
not, it is just going to hinder your, yeah, it is going to hinder your progress. Yeah. Just keep
Yes.
on exploring. The more you
Yeah.
keep on exploring, the more better opportunities they are going to be right there in front of you. And obviously you are going to be learning a lot. And
Yes.
like I've seen a quote written somewhere, like it was saying, like a successful individual is the person, or a successful individual is the person who never works for a company more than 5 years. So like it doesn't mean like it is going to be applied to every individual around.
Yeah.
So obviously, but it can work in some way or another, in
Yes.
terms of making you a better person or making you a
Yes.
better professional. Yeah.
That's right.
So that
Yes.
yeah, so that makes us move to the next question, and obviously it is going to be of interest to many people, and that is going to be challenges in education and the career. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so like while there are many opportunities right there in UAE, but also not only in UAE, but also nowadays Oman has gone on to transforming itself. So
Hmm.
there must also be challenges. So what are some of the hurdles for the professional which they face in UAE when it comes to education and career development? Like we have seen many examples, and they are, like the living examples. They are actually right in front of us. Like the people coming from Pakistan, or the people coming from India, or the people coming from Sri Lanka or the Bangladesh, they are actually struggling a lot in terms of settling over there. And first, like the first year or the second year, they find it most challenging for them. Not only in terms of living at that place, but also in terms of adjusting to their workplace.
Yeah, that's right. It really happens. It really happens. I have seen people saying like that they are struggling. I believe that that is so because of diversity in the classrooms, where we have seen the students are from different nationalities, they are from different linguistic, and when a teacher don't know them properly or how to handle such diversity, and she is not being trained on how to
Hmm.
handle such thing, then they face difficulty because they are being from one country where they know their norms and things, and they don't know other countries. So I think that really affects them. So diversity is really challenging. It's nice to say that UA is really diverse, but for a teacher to handle such needs is a challenge. So I think a teacher should know how to handle such thing. Plus, a school needs to give them a training for how to handle such diversity and their needs. Because once the teacher stepped in the classroom, the teacher has to see everything. We cannot have a teacher and parents are complaining or students are complaining about her that teacher is class is not engaging. So, for a
Hmm.
challenge, I believe that we should include that. We should discuss their prior knowledge. How was the topic included, or what they know about this topic from their past experience? So, they can include the students in their discussion in such a way that it's not difficult. So, it's advice for me that integrating your lessons with their past backgrounds will not leave them alone. It will be like they are part of the classroom. So they will you will be having diversity, plus you know how to handle it, and students will feel like, okay, my teacher knows me, or my teacher is including my part in the education. So they will not be feeling alone about themselves. So diversity is the first important thing that I believe it's a challenging for the teachers, plus the rigor of the curriculum, the standards they have to met. That is also a challenge when we talk about creativity and we talk about innovation, and we have proper coursework to do or follow. That really affects. So I believe that the teachers are facing such hard time where they are integrating everything with technology and creativity plus bringing innovation, and then they have particular work to do. That is also a challenge for the teachers to complete that
And
rigor.
obviously, yeah, and obviously they have very less time in terms of integrating all of these things up in their professional lives. because back in
Yes.
their countries these things were not that important. But now
Yeah.
once you stepped in UAE, so obviously the more the better you learn, the better you are going to get in all of these things up. So you have to
Yes.
integrate all of these things up, which we have mentioned earlier, like communication skills, plus information technology. You have to be well versed in terms of information. And another thing, Miss Simil, I would like to mention, like the cultural difference is a lot. Like you were
Yeah, it
also
is.
mentioning, like that obviously like it is a complete cultural shock for many people, or the people who are very new to this environment. So
Yes.
for the first 3 months, the cultural shock will be there, not only in terms of the environment, but also in terms of the workplace in which they are actually working in. So,
Yes.
like these are some of the things like which are natural. Like it can happen to any environment. It can happen to any individual if he's going to be moving to a new place or to moving to a new job. All right. So
Yeah.
that makes us to the next question, which is going to be about global career opportunities. Yeah. So, like
Yeah.
in terms of global career opportunities in the UAE, what makes UAE such an attractive destination for professionals from around the world? So now, like now, if we compare it with the past, like in the past, like Dubai, it was only known for, or UAE was known for is tourism. Like people
Yes.
came in there, they enjoyed it, they spent their vacations and then went back to their countries. Yeah. But now we
Yeah.
have seen like there is a shift in it. Like now, not only people are not coming to UAE for their tourist destination, but also as their career destination as well.
Hmm.
So, what you are going to suggest to all the aspiring young professionals who want to come to UAE and they want to start their careers in it? So, are you going to suggest to those young aspiring professionals to be
Yeah.
coming in here and making a name for themselves?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. UAE market is evolving around a lot. So I must say that UAE market is offering tax-free salaries. That's the main thing what individuals are looking for, because in other countries, as you know, that they are being charged a lot of tax. But UAE is a market where you get tax-free salary. Whatever is your salary, you're getting the same amount in your pocket after a month. Plus, there is excellent facilities. Thirdly, it's a market where we work as a multicultural place where you get insight from many nationalities. You get an experience with working globally market where many nationalities are working with you. So it's not gonna give you only helping over here in UAE, but globally, I have seen that once they move to other countries, the UAE impact or UAE experience has helped them a lot in getting some good opportunities. Like one of my colleague who has done his PhD, he was hired in other country directly from UAE. Why? Because he was graduated from UAE, then he did his master's and PhD, plus he was on his leadership position, and one and there he got a call from other country and he was hired, mashallah, a very good post. So such things are there where we think that career really evolves when we have insight from UAE because it's a global market. You work with multicultural environment. So I believe that it's gonna really have an influence over here as well. Plus, if you move to your home country, definitely this impact of experience will be having a lot of helpful to you, and globally it can help you. So I believe it can help you a lot if you are working here.
Yeah, and obviously, I must say, like in terms of moving to UAE or to any Gulf country, I mean to say that here,
Yeah.
because more or less they are the same.
Yes.
Like the first thing is the cheapest one. For it is going to be cheap, the cheapest one for you people. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Moving to European countries, obviously, it is going to be a hell of
Expensive.
a job. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's expensive. Yeah. Another thing is going to be like obviously to moving to a European country, it is going to be a complete different environment for you people. But in terms of moving to UAE, you won't feel like you are abroad. Obviously, you will
Yes.
find people like us, everywhere. So you
Yes.
won't feel like it's UAE. You feel like it's Pakistan or it's India. It depends upon
Yeah.
in the area where you live in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Exactly. That's the way.
UAE provides, huge opportunities to the aspiring professionals. Like the first thing which you have mentioned, like the tax-free salary. Like, for example, your salary is 5,000 or 6,000 or whatever your salary is. So you are getting 5,000, in cash or in your bank right away.
Yeah, right
There
away.
is
No,
no
no
deduction.
deduction. Yeah, no deduction.
Yes, and another thing, like, there is no sales tax as well. Like,
Yeah,
if you are getting a thing from the market, so obviously there is no sales tax in it.
there
So
is
that
no,
means,
yes.
yeah, so obviously that makes things, cheaper for you. So,
Yes.
and obviously, it is a global hub for many industries like finance, technology, healthcare, construction, and
Yes.
many of the multinational companies, they have made their regional headquarters in there as well.
You, yes, yes,
So,
that's right.
that opens up a world of opportunities. So, not
Yeah.
only world of opportunities in the education sector, but also in terms of the other dimensions which we have mentioned in it. So,
Yeah.
it's truly a melting pot of a talent and opportunities. So, are you going to agree with my statement, melting pot of talent?
To some extent, yes. But I believe
Uh-huh.
that a person who has talent, he or she can improve or showcase his skills better. So it's
Mm-hmm.
not only melting, some I can say it can be freezing also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. But
because for
nowadays,
being,
I have seen, like, now the market has become very competitive. Like, if we compare it like 10 years ago or 20 years ago, now it has really become, really competitive. Like, earlier we have seen, like, there were more faces from Pakistan, India, Sri Lanka, or Bangladesh. But now we have seen, like, the faces from Philippines, the faces from Cambodia, and many African countries in there as well. So these are many of such things, like, you are going to find, while living in UAE. All right, so let's move on to the next question. Like, it is also going to be very important, and obviously for your students as well. It is education as a gateway to careers. Like, how education is going to shape our careers. Like, there are people having two different point of views in terms of education and in terms of careers. They say, like, career is something else and education is something else. Like, we have seen people, they did not have any of the basic education, but we have seen them successful businessmen, or they were not exceptional in terms of getting education, or they did not have any distinction, but they were having successful careers. Yeah. So how education is a gateway to careers and global opportunities in the UAE.
so I believe the examples you have given about a person not having education or a degree, but I must say that maybe he or she has a good skills in that particular field, that he proves himself and becomes successful. But that's not the case with everybody. So education needs to be there, I believe. There are exceptions, I must say, but for being evolving world, we need to get education, and education
Mhm.
really leads to careers. Because
Mhm.
nowadays in UAE we have career guidance counselors in most of the schools where they talk about to the students what lines they have to choose, what electives they have to choose according to their pace or whatever
Mhm.
understanding they have. So later on, what will be the career pathways for them? Because it's
Mhm.
important that at that point of stage the child don't know what's gonna happen or what they're gonna do. So such career guidance counselors help them to find out the correct gateway to their career, like they can get
Yeah.
this opportunity
Yeah.
and another one. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously, there are many institutions in the UAE, uh, which offer programs that are aligned with the industry needs. Yeah. Like,
Yes.
for example, when we talk about universities in United Arab Emirates, they partner with with the businesses to provide
Yes.
internship opportunities
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
obviously real life projects and all that. So
Yeah.
if the student is having the exposure alongside their studies, so they obviously it is going to help them in getting a head start in their careers.
Yeah.
So the people who come here for the higher education often find that the network they build during their studies open doors to the career opportunities for them.
Yes.
So not only
Same.
here, yeah. So here I am not only talking about like the people who are solely there to be studying. Here I am talking about the people who are not only working but also studying as well. Studying, doing different programs, doing different courses, and doing all that. If they're doing all these things, obviously they are going to be connecting with the more people. They are going to be getting more practical experience. They are getting more skills. So
Yeah.
it is going to be helping them a lot in terms of
Yeah.
excelling in their careers. So
Yeah.
yes, I
Same.
agree. I agree with
Same
you.
is,
Like
yeah, same is my
some
case.
examples.
I'm doing my
Yeah.
master's and we are
Hmm.
getting emails from our recruitment team from the university for various internships that we had
Hmm.
various platforms and various internship programs are offered to us that we wherever is our interest we can join. So is
Hmm.
that's the case that universities are offering, they are having partnership with search businesses or different industries and they are offering us internships. That's right.
Yeah, so like different workshops are being conducted, like to be, to be a better professional, to be a better individual in terms of participating, in terms of completing these programs. Yeah. So
Yeah, yeah,
like it's not all about learning, what I believe, Simon. It's about connections and the practical experience which you
yeah.
gain by, by being
And
engaged into these learning programs.
yeah, and a very beautiful word you have used, networking. You know, networking has a
Hmm.
big impact on individual lives. When we have diverse
Hmm.
groups and you know how to talk in the groups and you have a big networking, it's gonna help you a lot in your career, from your learning, from every perspective, they're gonna help you. Like LinkedIn is a
Hmm.
nice platform that I like it for the professionals. They can use it like if a person want to come to UAE and they can have search for the people who are in UAE already from past many years and have a network with them and talk to them. How's it? So I believe people are very nice over here and they really respond and welcome the new people.
So there is a question, Miss Simon, like there are many people out there, like who do not know the power of LinkedIn.
Hmm.
Like they underestimate it actually in their
Yeah, yeah,
professional careers. Although they have been
yeah,
working, since a long time, like they have been working 10, 15, or 20 years, but they do not understand that what LinkedIn is used for. So can you please
yeah.
just give us, a quick overview, like how we can use LinkedIn as a stepping stone in terms of our career development?
Yeah, so LinkedIn is a platform where professionals are connected. And you know, it's a nice platform. Wherever I
Mm-hmm.
find a good opportunity, I used to search that school and search out the people who are already staying there or teaching there. And it's good to nice and hear from them how is the school. It's just a minor example. So I believe that professionals are there on LinkedIn and wherever are the good things or latest trends, people are sharing over there. And it's really nice to have that and have it in our own life because people from there around all the world, we are there on LinkedIn, we can see whatever the latest things they are doing and we can adapt it in our classroom or in our school settings. That can help us a
Mm-hmm.
lot. So I really encourage to use LinkedIn where we can get connected and use whatever the latest trends are there. So it's a great
Yeah, and
platform.
obviously, yeah, yes, I agree. And you're connected with the professionals out there, yeah, like
Yes,
professionals from
yes,
your
yes.
industry. So once you're
Yeah,
connected with the professional in your industry out there, so obviously that is going to be a stepping stone in your careers, yeah.
that's
So
true. That's true.
one is LinkedIn. So can you suggest any other websites as well for the aspiring candidates, like where they can be using to be searching for more career opportunities, or if they
So
are looking
there,
for
yeah, there
looking
are
out for
many.
new jobs?
There are many. One of the biggest education sector is GEMS. They can search for GEMS portal. They have individualized portal. Another one is TES, TES. There are many jobs on TES. They can use it for finding out their particular things. And another one is they can use another one, EEP, educational platform. There, the Aldar is putting many
Mhm.
things, and the government schools are putting, Talim is putting so many posts over there. So we have
So
GEMS,
like these
TESS.
are so these are the names, Ms. Simal, which you are actually emphasizing upon if anybody who wants to pursue their careers in terms of education. Yeah.
Yeah,
So are
yeah.
there any websites for the people who are outside this industry, like if they want to, excel in their careers or if they want to be looking out for jobs? So do you know any of such websites so that
Yeah,
our viewers can know about it?
TES tests, that really helps.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as I mentioned, EEP, that is a nice platform where they can look for jobs that can help
Mm-hmm.
them. And
Mm-hmm.
definitely LinkedIn I use the most because I believe many schools and SLT team or HR manager use LinkedIn. So try to develop the network among your education sector. If you're approaching
Mm-hmm.
Gulf or especially UAE, try to find out the people who are there in UAE and try to build a network where you can get insight or things going on and you can look for a job. So I believe that can help them
Mm-hmm.
really.
All right. All right. So that makes us move to our next question. It is going to be question number 9. And the question is that future of education in UAE. So, in the podcast for the viewers, I must say, like, it has always been the talk about, the progress, innovation, improvements, developments, and all of such things up. So the future of education in the UAE, we can say, like, it's out of the question for many of us. It's that like we see more technological advancements and the shift in the global job market as well. Like
Yeah.
the future in UAE, it looks very promising for people like us. So, like the AI, the personalized learning, and remote education is obviously there. So, the future of education in the UAE, what do you see, in next 5 years?
I believe if UA will continue with the same spirit of having integration of technology, I believe that it gonna have a best country in education that they are looking for. Another thing that future
So
of
you are
education
saying,
depends on the it depends
so
on the
you're saying that it is
personalized
going to be a
learning.
paperless society?
It will not be. It will not be paperless. It's like training them on how to handle different scenarios, giving them different ways and giving them different scenarios how to solve that particular problem. So it's not like removing
Mm-hmm.
everything or it will be all automatic. Definitely there will be automation,
Mm-hmm.
but that automation can be like teaching them individualized learning capabilities. Like every child is different. I believe every child is different. So the technology, or I believe the future will lie if we really treat everybody individually, making their, I'm not saying
Mm-hmm.
making IAPs individual plan for every child, but grouping them as per their needs. Like there are kids who are
Yeah.
on
So,
level, there are
mm.
kids who are beyond approaching. So handling them according to their abilities using technology, UA will be amazing, inshallah.
And obviously, it will be, like it will become even more adaptive and
Yes, it will.
geared towards future industries. Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
why the education which we see in many of the developed countries, we see it is not only, in terms of learning, but also it is gearing them up with the
Yes.
latest career trends. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So UAE has well positioned itself to remain a leader in global education and innovation. Is this what you are saying?
Yes, that's the case. And what this is their vision. Not now, but
Hmm.
they are aiming for that.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, for all our viewers, like obviously this is going to be the last of the question. So, what advice would you give to aspiring professionals, particularly from countries like Pakistan, where you are actually coming from, so who are looking to build their careers in the UAE. And there is going to be another thing which I am going to add up, like not only focus on the educational side of the things, but also from the other industries as well. So, can you please just give us some advice to those aspiring professionals who want to make a name for themselves in that market, in terms of education or in terms of the other industries?
So I believe gaining experience about diverse classroom gonna help them because everywhere in UAE is a diversity and they need to know how to handle such thing. Secondly, their certifications needs to be updated because we have to go through the equivalency process. And if you are emerging from Pakistan right now, it's really great, and I do recommend to many people to get the equivalency from Pakistan. They can get it. It's just they need to upload their documents and get the equivalency before they step into the UAE market. Because the first thing that
Okay.
the school will ask is equivalency. So it's really
Hmm.
nice if you're coming or you're planning, get your equivalency from your home country, and it's easy. It's just you have to search it online on Ministry of Education website, upload your documents and try to get that. Because that's the first
Okay.
and the very important thing that the school will ask you.
Okay,
Then
there
we
is a
have,
question, Miss Simon. Like many of my connections, they ask me, like especially the female, they ask me is that like we have we got our education uh, degree from an open university. So are they eligible to apply in institutions or in the colleges or in terms of the universities in terms of their degrees which they have got from their open universities?
so that's a pretty hard answer to say. So it's a big no from UA because they are looking for the persons who have done their degree in a regular mode only, not the online. They are not accepting online. That's a really hard answer for me to say because they are just having such recognition for those who are having done their regular mode of study. Meanwhile, no, but maybe later on we can say because I remember in the COVID time it was all online. They accepted that time, but meanwhile, no, they are not accepting. That's a hard answer.
Yeah, and obviously there are some exceptional cases as well. Like
Yeah.
it is a more like in terms of demand. Yeah. So
Yeah.
obviously, if the school or if the institution they are in dire need of any individual to be replaced, so they then hire such individuals who are not having any of the any of such proper education which they desire. But in
Yes. Yes.
general, like your degrees from the open universities, they are not going to be recognized by, or they are not going to be accepted by the institutions here in
Yeah, but
UAE.
again, they can give a try for getting an equivalency if they can
Mhm.
get. Maybe there is an exception, as you mentioned. We never know. So in that, there is no hard and fast rule, but this is what I'm telling. What is written on the MOE website, and I
Yeah,
have seen
exactly.
in my past. Yeah.
And my advice to all the aspiring professionals who want to make their name in that market is going to be like never stop learning. Like learning,
Never.
it is never ever going to stop. Like if you are committed to your own professional growth, so you have to take advantage to many training and development opportunities which are right there available for you. So
Yeah,
always,
that's right.
what I yeah, and what I tell to many people out there. So I just tell them, like the people who are coming from such countries like us, we are not there to get ourselves entertained. We are not there to be, to sightsee. We are not there to be doing such things which many of the Europeans which they do over there. Our main purpose is to excel in their careers. If
Yeah,
we are going to excel in our careers, we are going to get a good money out of it, and obviously we are going to feed our families with it. So
that's
this
true.
is
That's
the
true.
main thing. You have to be being dedicated, being committed, and be focused on your goals. So
Yeah.
that brings us to the end of our today's episode. So I really want to thank Miss Simal for sharing her valuable insights and experiences with us today. We have covered so much of ground. We have discussed education, innovation, professional growth, and global career opportunities in there. So I am sure that our listeners have gained a wealth of knowledge from this podcast. So obviously, the series of podcasts, they are not going to stop in there. We are also going to be discussing many of other professionals from their industries in there. We are going to be looking at their insights in there. So we are going to thank Ms. Simel again for her time, her valuable insight in terms of the topic. To all our listeners, thank you for tuning into Learning Beyond Borders. So we will be back. Thank
You're
you, Ms.
most
Simel.
welcome. You're
Hope to
most
see you
welcome.
very soon. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
same here. Take care.
Thank you.